everybody, Marcy here with Creators Call Shop here on YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Today I'm turning on the camera so you can watch me and craft along as I play a little bit. I'm still working on the journal from Pam at Pam's Paper Place, her journal challenge. I have no specific plan for what I really want to do other than I'm going to be working on this pile here of things that I can decorate up and include as ephemera in the journal. I may or may not do some decorating of pages, I don't know yet. And I tried to just get everything around me here so I don't have to jump up and grab stuff. So grab your drink, get your comfy chair, and find a snack if you want. And meet me right back here after the intro. All right, let's get started. I thought very quickly I would show you just how far I've gotten. I was doing some more work in the journal after I turned off the camera. And as you know, I got the pages all put in order and the sections sewn, the extensions. Of course, I've changed over the order a few more times since the video, but I did do a little bit of decorating on some of the pages. For instance, I put in this sack and I decorated this up, made it kind of a two-sided tuck spot there so you could tuck something in here and something in there. I just have these sitting there to remind me so I can fiddle with that some more later. And then I have this envelope that I want to put here and have it flip up, do like a flip up kind of thing. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with that yet. And then some pages just weren't working for me, so I took them out entirely. I've added this little pocket down here. And then some places I just added some washi tape to make it look pretty. And then I've given myself some notes of what I think I would like to do. I'm trying to come up with some clever ways to include pockets or something clever that is more of a teenage girl kind of idea, because when you are a teen, especially a girl, your life is all about secrets and your friends and school, and you need a place to keep all of those from prying eyes so that you have your privacy. So I'm trying to think of clever ways to make pockets and things that they can just stash those private thoughts and kind of keep them hidden away from prying eyes, you know, little brothers or sisters or whatever. This was the page that, if you recall, I had folded it up and then I forgot to trim these the right way to fold up as well. So it was all kind of hodgepodgey, and I decided to just do away with that idea entirely and not try to fold up the bottom, so I just trimmed it off. And then I made an elongated pocket right through here out of fabric. So, and then I added a little stencil. I kind of have an oopsie there, but you know, it is a junk journal, so that's why we like them. You don't have to stress and have them be all perfect. This, instead of using as a page, I'm going to incorporate it as an element on a page. I'd like to back it with something pretty so it stands out a little bit. I haven't decided yet. This is going to be another envelope, but it's going to open this way. So yeah, I did do quite a bit of work earlier in the week, and then I took a few days off because my brain needed a rest. But I'm ready to get back at it today. I put that cute little Be Sparkly thing here, and then I made it into a pocket and I added some stickles so it would be sparkly. Did some stenciling and that. And then this polka dot paper that I wanted to use didn't make it in on the last video, but when I rearranged pages, I included it this time. And it's kind of off center. I did it, or not off center, what's the word I want? Anyway, it's not equal on each side. So I did do this extension on the back, but I left it short on the front so it doesn't run into this. And this was that fun fuzzy trim. And this is a poem about a fuzzy caterpillar. So I just lined the page. I thought that was really kind of fun. And then this is about maps. So I added some maps and pockets here. Yeah, so it's coming along. So before I can really decide what I want to do on these pages in terms of fun pockets and things, I think my brain would like me to work on the ephemera first and doing that. And then I'm probably going to sew these signatures in before I get to work on adding some of the other elements to the pages. So yeah, that's where we stand. Coming right along. And I did figure out what I wanted to do for the spine, which fabric and how I want that to look. So that's good. And then this piece right here, I did a couple other things. This was that piece of scarf, remember that? And so I wanted to make a tie out of it, so I essentially cut it lengthwise and then sewed them together and then folded it in half. And the inside is that piece of cotton. I thought I was going to use it as a belly band, but actually it lines the inside very nicely. So I don't know yet, because the edges, some of them are kind of rough. They're not very finished. I don't know yet if I want to try to cover that. I'm thinking no, but you know, I might decide later to go back and add maybe some seam binding or something and give this a nice finished edge. So that's a possibility, but I'm not going to promise it. And then I took the one fabric and that heavy upholstery fabric, and I made a pocket here, a little pouch. So that's going to go in the journal on the back cover, and I haven't decided yet. I know I want this to tie around it, so that's why I have everything clipped together, and it'll tie shut. But I also was wondering, I'm just debating on maybe just putting a big button here, and you could wrap it around the button instead if you didn't want to tie it. So I haven't entirely made up my mind about that. If anyone has an opinion, let me know. Yeah, so that's going to go in on the back cover. And then I just did a couple other things. I embossed this envelope. I don't know if you could tell, but I embossed that so it just has some texture and some interest. And then I embossed this card. And I do have an idea in mind for that. So it's got a place to go. So yeah, so that's where we are so far. The first thing I know I want to do is take this cute little bag that Pam had sent. And I thought it would be fun. As a teenage girl, you usually have little things that you want to keep, like little notes from friends, or maybe some favorite pair of earrings, or some jewelry, or just whatever, little scraps of this and that. And so I'm gonna stamp on this, and then I thought about gluing it in as a pocket, but I think instead I'm gonna have it free so it can be tucked into a pocket. And then they can gather up the top to keep things from falling out. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then I have this cute little stamp that I thought was very teenagery. I liked this. I bought it on clearance quite a while ago, and I just thought it was really cute. So this is my first chance using it. And then I have my StazOn, which is good for fabrics. And I've given it a refresh on the ink. So it might be a little juicy. So yeah. I added this piece of paper. It's just sitting in there right now for while I stamp, because I didn't want it to transfer to the back side. Also, I didn't know. I was just going more for the color. Oops, are we shaking? I'm sorry. I was really thinking more of the color and the pattern. I hope putting a blue heart isn't something negative. I just hope that's okay and nobody interprets that to mean, like, you know, they're blue, their heart is blue. Anyway, I just like the pattern and I liked the color, and I think it'll look pretty in the book, so that's what we're doing. And for now, I think that's really the only thing I want to stamp at the moment, because I have so many elements here. Let me zoom out a bit. Oops, wrong way. I have so many of these other elements here for decorating and embellishing with that I don't think I'm going to need a lot of stamping, really. Let's see, how do we do? Oh, that's very pale. Huh. It's not too bad, though. I mean, it's so light that it actually looks kind of nice. And now I'm wondering if I should do it on the other side. I thought that would be a lot bolder and a lot more juicy than that is, so who knows. Interesting. Well, I'm just going to leave this here for a minute, let it finish drying. If this was a clear acrylic stamp, I could go over the image again, but if I tried that with a wooden block, we would have disaster. So I don't think I will. And maybe I will go ahead and do the other side then, since if it's going to be free floating, I've got a fuzzy on there, then maybe it would be nice to have both sides have an image on it. Yeah, I literally just inked this up, so it must have been very dry. Okay, darling. Gonna give it a good press and let it sit there a little bit longer and get the blue off my finger. There we go. Oh, that's better. Okay, that'll be the front. And this will be the back. Nice. Okay. Yes, I'm one who cleans my stamps, so I just want to wash that off so I don't get blue all over me. I don't see that I'm going to use this again. If I do, it might be to go back and embellish some pages to tie this in, but that won't be for a while, so yeah. It doesn't come off very well, does it? Because it stays on. Stays on, does not come off. There we go. Okay, let's do that. Let's keep moving. Set you aside. All right, so what do we want to work on first? So who's inspiring me at the moment? I don't know. These are pretty. Oh, I didn't realize there was color down there. Oh, cool. Oh, nice. Okay. Okay. Well, I know I wanted to use this. That's pretty, isn't it? What is that? That kind of covers up the color, so let's not use you on that one. Let's use you on this. So this is the slick side, so this is the one I'm going to glue to because this one's more matte. It'll be better for writing. So let's start with that. And I am just going to glue you down. And I'm probably going to use the Art Glitter Glue just so it gets good adhesion. You know, this seems like a kind of an obvious one, right? Like, oh yeah, you just glued a long piece of paper to a long tag, but that's just the beginning. Just the beginning, folks. Okay, I can't go all that far up because this did not... I don't know why. I work better seeing it sideways than top to bottom if it's really long. I have much better success doing it this way. Oh, maybe it will fit all the way. Hold it. Yeah, I do want some glue up there then. Anyway, I just have a better time laying things down nice and flat if I see them from the side. And you know, we don't question it, we just go with it. That's cool. Oh, that's pretty. I really like this. That's really pretty. The nice thing about being on camera is that you really don't have time to debate too much. You have to kind of make up your mind and make your decisions a little bit quicker than you might normally. And in some ways, that's a good thing. And what that does is allows me to be a little more decisive and to work on the stuff that I know exactly what I want to do. So my time is a little more productive, I think. If anyone else out there making videos, if you feel like that's the same, let me know. Maybe it doesn't work like that for you. Yeah, get a little snip off the top. There you go. Now I'm going to have to decide if I want to do hole reinforcements, because I'm going to have to get up and go get some. Should smooth that down a little bit. There we go. Punch our hole. Yeah, I am. I'm going to want hole reinforcements. I'll be right back. Sorry, I grabbed everything but hole reinforcements. I didn't even think about that. The nice thing about inking these up is that, especially with these little cubes, is that you just run your, which way's up? Yeah. Run your, run your ink pad over it. Unless it falls apart, because it's a cheapie that you bought at Michael's 2 years ago in a pack. I don't want to touch you. Oh, for heaven's sakes, seriously. Well, what I can do, I guess, lay you that way. I wonder if the other one's going to do that. It's nicer when you can just run the ink pad across the top. Oh yeah, those give it just a little bit nicer, paler look. So now I have dark pink and some light pink. Oh my word, quit that. You get messy here. That's cool. Okay, there's that. There's a pink one. Let's do a green one. I guess I'll dab instead of, well, uh-oh, you're going to do the same thing, aren't you? For heaven's sake. Okay. We're just going to get down and dirty, folks. Going to use our fingers. Well, that's disappointing. I like this color. It's very nice, but obviously this ink pad is not gonna hold up for very long, and it's looking kind of dry. Look at that, how it did like kind of pink with the green. That's interesting. At least if I get this on my fingers, it won't be the end of the world. Can you see what I'm doing? Am I in frame? Okay. Am I shaking the camera? I apologize if I am. If I do, I'll have to edit that part out and just show you. Okay. I scratched my face. I probably just got green on it. Wow. Wow, guys. Goodness. I'm a tactile individual, and I hate having things on my fingers. Like, the touchy-feely thing is very important to me. So that's not very dark. But it might look okay on something white. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. I make no promises. You know what would have been nice was yellow. Now I remember why my yellow stamp pad was out. I'll have to go grab yellow here in a sec. If I do that, I'm going to grab a different green that might show up better. Ooh, that's pretty, isn't it? Ooh, that's really pretty. I like that. Okay. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay. So I went over to grab my yellow while I was there. I have this one. This is a really old, I need to make sure you can see that. This is a really old stamp pad from Michael's that was in their dollar spot ages ago when they had good stuff in their dollar spot. Anyway, it's kind of a pigment and it's got a little bit of a sheen. So let me go back over that, over this one. And if not, I brought over this green to do instead. Well, that's a bummer about that. That little stamp pad. See, it's almost the same color anyway, isn't it? Yeah, that's better. It's a nice soft shade. I like it. Okay. You know, if it's going to be dry and it already fell apart, it's okay to throw it away. There's really no point in keeping it, especially since this is virtually the same color anyway. Who knew? There's that, and let's do a yellow really fast. There we go. That looks good, doesn't it? So I got yellow, this kind of a pale minty green, which is very much that color, isn't it? Ooh, do I want it to blend in? Probably. So I don't see that any of these are gonna look that. If I lay you in the middle, who speaks to me? I suppose I could do yellow, but I'm gonna go with the minty green. Maybe I'll do yellow on the back side, where you write, and the mint on the front, so it all goes together. It's pretty. Okay, good. Now we got these. We don't have to waste time trying to get more. So this particular batch of reinforcements I found at Walmart, like $1.70 something, $1.74, $1.79, I don't know. But also lately I've been finding them at, actually I don't want yellow, I want pink. I've been finding them at a couple of thrift stores. So just look around. If you go over to the office supply section, sometimes if you go over to the office supply section at the thrift store, sometimes you will find the reinforcements there. Okay, so what do we want to put on you after all of that? Good gravy. Oh, grow. How perfect is that with the flower? I was thinking of the birdie because I really like the birdie. But do birds and the theme of grow go together? This is a good question. Kind of like grow with the flower. It's really pretty. Pretty birdie. Do we need to sit on it? I kind of like the bird. I kind of like the grow. What else do we have? So we got these guys. Or give and love. We have that. And then we have some of these tickets. Yay, make a mess. And we have fabrics. Okay, let's do lace. Let's do some lace. We probably want white, but I'm gonna try that just in case. And it's definitely a no. I don't think bird's gonna make it on here. I think a flower applique is gonna make it on here. Look it. Which way's up? Guys, I am so blind, even with my glasses on. It's crazy. That's pretty. Should I do it up the side? Yes. Yes, I should. And should I, oh, wait a minute, that one has more. Oh, I like that. I like how that kind of, let's figure out how we want it on here. Okay. I know it's kind of a weird angle. Stick with me. I think it's going to turn out pretty though. Okay, so let's go up that side and across. Okay, scraps. I don't know, I just think everything looks so much nicer with a little fabric on it. That's one of the things I really love about the junk journaling craft is that you can combine your fabrics and your papers. And since I'm very tactile, all of this appeals to me. See, these are my sewing scissors, which I actually kept after my kids left elementary school. These literally never got used. This is one of those things you buy for the school supply list. Kind of like the big bottle of Elmer's glue. They don't even touch it. So why the heck is it on the supply list? Oh my word. Some of that stuff. Anyway, so I'm probably the only mom in the world who makes my kids do this. Made my kids do this. They're obviously grown up now. But if they didn't really use something during the year, like the Elmer's glue bottle or the scissors or the ruler, made them reuse it the next year. Because who's got money to go buy the same supplies year after year? And you know, if I had known how much of that stuff actually winds up at the thrift store, holy cow, I would have probably been, especially notebook paper. That's always, there's a lot of notebook paper. And if I'd known that when they were in high school, that would have helped. Okay, I saw a really cool trick today. I was watching Diane Shaw at Shawcraft 1, and she just poked the top of her glue with kind of a smaller hole. I might want it a little bigger than that though. Anyway, so it doesn't all come rushing out. Instead of peeling this whole thing off, she just gave it a smaller hole. I thought that's a good idea, so we're gonna try it. And if we don't like it, we'll just tear that little piece off. Okay, so I'm gonna glue you on the back. A little bit. Got myself a new little bottle here. I opened a new little bottle here just for the video. Boy, it's getting hard to find this Fabri-Tac. I don't know what's going on, why there's a Fabri-Tac shortage, but it's just crazy. And even at Hobby Lobby, they have different kinds in different parts of the store. And I remember I went to the fabric section and asked them for Fabri-Tac. You'd think they would know what I was talking about, but no, they had no idea. So I think I found the Fabra, the 3-in-1 over in like where they have beads or feathers or some other random part of the store. So now, and there's several glues there to choose from. So now I just go to that section and buy whatever's there. And I'm filming this. Tomorrow's the actual last day. You can even use the darn coupon. So that glue is now going to be $12 instead of 12 or 13 or whatever, instead of 40% off. And then Walmart used to carry it, and they don't have it anymore. They have sometimes you can see the little bottle, but I can't get the big bottle anymore. So I don't know what's going on with the glue. I'm probably got too much on there, huh? Don't worry, folks, we're gonna trim that off. Okay, get on there. Okay, so I got at the Dollar Tree, I went looking because I see so many people use them, but these are those little silicone applicators that most people I see have the purple one. So I went looking to see if I could find one, and I had to look at like 3 Dollar Trees before I found them. Anyway, so I got one of these for this very purpose, so that I can push this glue down without getting messy. And a lot of people use them for the hot glue. But anyway, I wanted to show you what the packaging looks like, and this isn't very big. It's only maybe 5 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. Yeah. So it's not a very big thing, and it was over with the personal products like the beauty and makeup kind of thing. So that's where you'll want to look. Yeah, so now if you're looking for one of those, now you know what it looks like in the package, which is always helpful. That helps me anyway. And it says silicone facial mask applicator. Good to know, yeah. And then the glue won't stick to it, see? And it won't stick to you. Okay, now I may go back and glue some more of those edges down when I'm done, we'll see. And we will trim. Uh-oh, I got fingerprints on the back of this tag. Oh. I want that to not stick up right there. Okay, I feel like I've spent 25 minutes just trying to figure out how to show you a tag. That's silly, isn't it? Okay, so this could go here. And I don't think auction entry really is fitting. It could go there. This can go here. And what else do I want? What else do I want, guys? What? So these are some of those really pretty clusters that Pam included. So we could, I don't know. I think I'm going to want to put a focal point on these. So maybe, instead of doing that like that, well then I can't see the pretties. Yeah, that's a problem. Okay, that's a little bit better. Do I want it to go like that? And then I could have the bird, and then I have like the green and the gray. So I have this little acetate piece. It had a backing on it. So I peeled that off, but I think actually that would look kind of pretty on there, wouldn't it? So we have our grays and greens and flowers and vine kind of theme, and then it all kind of is mixed together with this very whimsical chalkboardy, I don't even know what this style is, but I kind of like it. I like it. We are doing it. This has a little glitter effect on it. That looks kind of nice, doesn't it? I wonder if I want it over the top or off to the side. Ooh. Play around and see what you like. Okay. Yeah, let's glue it down. Let's make it happen. And I'm not going to push that down real hard until I get this guy glued on the back and stuck in place. I probably should have done him first, but I needed him to show me where to put the grow. I don't know. Catch 22. There we go. Whoosh. Okay, now this one, well, you know, the Fabri-Tac is probably a good choice because of the acetate and the fabric. Otherwise, if it had been to paper, I might have gone with the Art Glitter Glue. They both dry clear, so that's helpful. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Oh, look at that. So pretty. So this little element and then this little flower here, and probably this, although I don't have specific memory of this piece, came from a really old K & Company ephemera pack. I think it was supposed to be wedding themed. And I bought it a long time ago, not knowing what I was doing again. Okay, I like that right there. You're going there, pumpkin. Oh, that's really cute. Okay. And you'll notice I didn't ink. I don't know if I want to ink in this one. I suppose I could always go back and re-ink everything if I want to. And oh, here's my vine. I'm not going to add it to this because the greens clash, but it's so funny because I was so excited to see this in the box, and then I was going to use it in the Hope Journal, and then I didn't. So that's so funny. Okay. See, I have these two little short pieces that were in that sack, and I thought they might be good for making a little topper, tie thingamajiggy. I may go back later and maybe stamp something on the back of this tag. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to make a couple pockets because I know exactly what I want to do, so we'll do those. Do one or two of them next, depending on how much time we have. My goodness. Come on. Oh, wow, that turned out so cute. I know, it's funny. We all make our stuff and then we're like, wow, that's so cute. And I promise we're not bragging. It's just when you start with that idea in mind, or no, you have kind of an idea of where you want to wind up, but you don't really know the specifics of how you're going to get it that way. It's just as much of a surprise to the creator as it is to the viewer sometimes. So yeah, just wanted to say that so it doesn't sound like I'm conceited. Try not to be, but you never know. Okay, he's cute. You set him aside. So I guess technically we did make two things, right? Because we made a sack and we've made a tag. So let's keep going. And we made some hole reinforcers. Woo! Living dangerously. Okay, so what I wanted to try, there was that one piece of file folder. Where is everything? I've got like 2 piles going on. There was a piece of file folder that she had sent me, very long piece. So what I wanted to do is kind of use it as backing for some fabric pockets. And I like this fabric a lot right here. And I thought, as I was going through the bag, interestingly enough, I've kind of got this bird theme or grow plant thing going on. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know, maybe you guys are going to disagree with me, but I kind of like the style of these birds and this pattern on here. I kind of feel like they go together. So I'm going to at least back it with this, and then we'll see if we can maybe cut part of this out and lay it down like an applique, or just what we're going to do. And I want it on the bigger pocket. So those pages are 9.5 inches wide. Maybe I should have gone bigger, wider with the cardstock file folder. I have this piece here that all the extra little bits are being stored in, but she did send it, and maybe I do want it wider. It's about 4 inches tall. Let me trim. Okay, so I just cut part of that off. Now my little file folder is kind of like a pouch. Look at that. Anyway, that's okay. So I made it wider. It's 6 3/4 wide by 4 inches tall, and I think 4 inches is a great depth for a pocket. That allows things to sit in there nicely, and these pages are really wide, so I think wider was the better way to go. And so we are going to, we're going to bump the camera because people love it when that happens. Okay, here, you guys scoot out of the way. All right, just gonna lay this down, and I'm going to glue a bit. I'm gonna glue around the edges. And I don't know, I might go back and sew it, we'll see. Can you see me? What am I doing? Good question. So yeah, the thing about this Fabri-Tac is that it doesn't take a lot, and it does kind of go through the fabric if you're not careful. So I guess one of the other uses for this is we could just spread our Fabri-Tac without getting our fingers gluey. Ooh, I like that idea. That sounds like a good idea. It's a silicone glue. This is a silicone spreader. I wonder if one will eat through the other. We'll find out. Okay, so let's lay you down. And I'm finding that when I snip the fabric with my craft scissors, nothing happens. But if I snip it with my fabric scissors, then I get a good result. Okay. That's cute. It's really pretty. Now, see, if I turn it over this way, you can see that this end is longer. It sticks out more. So I would probably make that the bottom of the pocket, because then when I'm stitching, it'll be, oh, I bet I need to stitch before I decorate, huh? Oh, fiddlesticks. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I didn't really want to have to sew on camera or during this video, because I have to lug my machine up here and it shakes the table, so I can't really show you what I'm doing. But unfortunately, as I was sewing, can you see that okay? Let me show you what happened. My bobbin decided to go wild on me. I don't know what happened. So it kind of got tangled up inside of itself, which is really odd. That never happens. So this is all messed up. But when that happens, what do we do, folks? We just cover it up because it's a junk journal. Okay, so I grabbed some trim here. The other things here I kind of had plans for, but we can just cover that up a little bit so it doesn't show. Come on, little buddy. And that'll cover up that line of stitching. There's still a little bit here, but it won't be as noticeable, I don't think, if the other stuff is covered up, you know. So, he's running some more Fabri-Tac. I can't say that only making a small pinpoint really keeps it from coming out any less. I mean, keeps it from coming out less than normally, but okay. Right side, wrong side. Okay. That side down. Kind of like to center it if I can't have the whole image end, you know, on each end. Then I try to center, so I cut off in the middle on each side, the middle of the little flower. I know it's probably picky, but well, what you gonna do? I can do what I want. It's my journal, right? Okay, so that tragedy averted, right? I think, where's that birdie? Come here, birdie. I was gonna use these guys, but the more I'm looking at what I have laying on my table, I feel like Give and Love could work. Birdie could work. This Create could work. I kind of like the bird with the Create. I really do. And I wanted to use one of these. So let's do it. It's got all these little pieces in there I have to trim off. Otherwise it looks kind of spiky. Okay, I want this little number to show because I think that's cute. I like the birdie. I like the whole definition. I like the pink flower. Okay, but how do I want you to work? I was kind of... We'll just rearrange how the leaves go. How does that sound? I kind of like him there. It's part of that. Should I make you go the other way? That's a good question. Question of the day. Which way? Okay. I like that. So we'll just maybe you guys can come off down here. So it still ties in. We still have the little leaves, but... Let me look at it from your end and see what you guys see, because you probably can tell what I need to do better than I can. It's interesting how that camera angle just changes things so much. Let's zoom in. What do you think? Does that look complete? Should I scoot things up and over, maybe? Yeah, I could scoot you up and over a wee bit. And then put the flower. And tuck these under there. Oh yeah, okay. Kind of like stretching it out like that. I like that. Ooh, I like that. Nice, okay. That's what we're doing. Let's get to gluing. So first we'll do these guys. I might have to make another pocket then with the Give and Love because it looks so nice with this fabric too. I wonder if it looks good with the birdies. Can you go right? Ah, it's sticking to me. Help, help. That reminds me. When I was little. I'm laughing now, but it was super irritating at the time. When I was little, so I have two brothers that are younger than me. One is 2.5 years younger, and the other one is 4. So they are, they're pretty close in age, not very far apart. So when my poor mother would try to take us all to the grocery store. Oh, are you the same on both sides? Okay. Anyway, so when my poor mother would take us to the grocery store, you know, she put my youngest brother up in the cart, but then that left 2 of us rattling around. So I always had to hold my other brother's hand. So imagine a 4 or 5-year-old trying to hang on to a 2.5-year-old. And so every time, she'd be like, Marcy, hold Jim's hand, hold Jimmy's hand. I'm like, okay. So I grab his hand and I'm like, come on. And he'd always want to go some other way. And I'd be like, nope, come over here. And I'd be tugging on him and he'd start yelling, stuck, stuck, stuck. And then he'd like yank on me and I'd let go and he'd run away. And I would get in trouble every time, but which I did not find to be very fair. It wasn't my fault that he ran away. It was his fault. I always got in trouble. But he would always scream, stuck, stuck. That's what that made me think of. Stuck, stuck. Oh my gosh, he's still a little stinker, so some things never change. Well, he's a big stinker now because he's grown up, right? That's one thing about your siblings. They'll always be your little brother or little sister if you have one. No matter how old you get. Right? Poking you down. There. Oh, that's pretty. I wish I had some pearls handy, but I don't. That'd be really pretty with some pearl somewhere. That turned out so pretty. I like it when the creative juices start flowing because, you know, things just come together so easily. And other times it just feels like a struggle. That's really pretty, isn't it? How many more minutes do I have? A few. Let's do one more thing to make it worth your time to be here. Has anyone ever done a guest check this way? Maybe I don't want a guest check. Maybe I want something else. Oh, kind of like that. Okay, bag the guest check. See? You just have to be open to new ideas. Except, see, that kind of was self-defeating because I can't do that. On that tag. Well, maybe you're going to become the envelope then. Where's my other envelope that I embossed? Yeah, there we go. It's coming together. It's happening. Uh-oh, now where'd my piece of fabric go? There it is. Okay, so remember I embossed it. This is big enough. If I cut that part off, kind of come down here and trim this out a bit, then I could do that. Ooh, okay. Okay, see, this is how I create. That's why it's hard for me to like plan out what exactly I want to do in the beginning because, you know, it's the creative process, so it doesn't always follow a straightforward train of thought. It's like I would have to do all of this and then just lay out the pieces and turn on the camera and show you. And maybe I do need to do that next time. Who knows? But then I'm like in the zone. Who wants to stop and get out the camera and set it up and make sure that it's charged up enough and that you have enough memory and yada, yada, yada. The lighting is right and all the materials. Yeah. Wait, did I say I was cutting that piece off? I don't remember, but if I need you, I'll just add you back. That's cool. That's kind of a nice little element, isn't it? Just stick on a cluster. Okay, how did I have you? I had you. What the heck? How did I have this? Help! Gonna have to rewind the film so I could see what I did. Ah! Okay, I have you like that. I kind of want to back you with something though. Can I? Oh, maybe that was what it was I did. I feel like that fit just a minute ago and it was perfect, and now it's not. Now it's not cooperating. Dream big. All right. What I might do is just glue it and then trim off again. See that here? Tuck in there. Tuck in. Aha. That's probably not at all how I just had it. I'm sure it's not, but I do like what it's doing. Okay. I'll put you there. I could even move you up a bit. I still want something behind it. Now, I don't have a lot of scraps left. I don't have a lot of paper scraps left, but I have this one. Would that be too much? Too much pink on pink? I could also, oh, I know, maybe, see, I kind of embossed it with the upper side on the back. Maybe I should have done it the other way. I didn't think about that. If I went over it with very lightly with some ink. This is the ink dauber I used when I did the stenciling, and I used that same ink pad here. So maybe if I just very lightly use the ink that's on here, then it'll bring out the design. Let's go on up to this side too. I mean, this is the very essence of dry brushing, I guess. What about that? That brings in kind of some color behind it, but not overwhelming. And I'll just keep playing. Now I have to move this over to this side, right? No, I liked it better how I had it over here. Just lined up there and tucked in here. Now what do we want? Okay, well, I'm gonna stop because I could sit here for another 30 minutes and debate, but just know I'm going in this direction on this envelope, okay? And we will wrap things up for this session. So what did we do? What did we actually get done? We started that. We did this cute pocket. I meant to do the punch out here, but it's kind of hard to do when you have the fabric on it. Cute pocket, cute tag. Did the little bag. I'm going to keep that paper in there. And you know what? I'm going to keep that in there so you can see that there's stamping on it. And honestly, I think I may come back with something and trim this out later. Just something pretty or sparkly or just to decorate up that edge. But nothing is coming to mind right now. Like, see these little 3 sparklies there? If I cut them out and just laid them on there, that's an option. Okay, I feel like this wasn't much of a video, so I'm very sorry, but I also wanted to kind of bring you along while I was working. So today's quote is more of a poem. All of a sudden I had this weird thought, oh my gosh, I haven't been recording. That would be sad. Okay, it's a Helen Steiner Rice poem from this cute little book, Everyone Needs Someone. So this first one is the poem, Give Us Daily Awareness. On life's busy thoroughfares, we meet with angels unawares. So, Father, make us kind and wise, so we may always recognize the blessings that are ours to take, the friendships that are ours to make, if we but open our heart's door wide to let the sunshine of love inside. I know it's easy to kind of hold yourself back and not, or at least for me, hold yourself back and not really let yourself be genuine or be yourself when you're around other people. But that's also how friendships are built. You have to take a little bit of a risk there and reciprocate. We were having a talk about that in our small group this week, about how you need to reciprocate and give back a little bit and have a give and take. Otherwise, you don't really have a relationship. So we may have friends that are there and we may not recognize that they're friends yet because we haven't done the risk taking to find out. And then the other one, this was a quote from a calendar page that I sent off. And I wrote it down because I wanted to remember it. God knows the secret plan of the things he will do for the world using my hand. God knows the secret plan of the things he will do for the world using my hand. Now I can't think of the verse, but it was talking about the things that God has preordained for us to do, the good works that he has preordained for us to do. And I'm remembering that verse, and that quote goes along with it. All right, everyone, we're going to cut it off here. I'm going to continue to work, and then when I actually have something that is assemblable, ready to just be assembled, then I will turn the camera back on for you and let you come along. Talk to everyone next week, and until then, I want you to be inspired and do something creative today. Bye.